Now at 4, the FBI began its search of former Vice President Mike Pence's home. This is part of an investigation into classified documents. This coming after his attorneys found documents with classified markings at his Indiana home last month. Joining me now to discuss, we've got Meet the Press moderator Todd. Chuck, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Hope you're doing well.
Of course. I'm doing well. Thank you, Vanessa.
Great to hear. So let's start here. You know, much has been made about these discoveries. Between Pence, of course, we've seen former President Donald Trump with some documents discovered, and then current President Joe Biden. Do you think we're going to see any sort of consequences? Would there be criminal charges? What sort of fallout might we see from these cases?
Well, I'll be very curious. Will there be sort of there's intent usually doesn't matter in these classified document situations. So at a minimum, I wouldn't be surprised if both Pence and Biden are hit with misdemeanor charges on this. We've seen other former government officials be hit with this. David Petraeus is probably one of the more high-profile ones. But even Sandy Berger, a gentleman the late Sandy Berger, he was the national security advisor during the Clinton years. And so I don't think they're totally out of trouble. But I also think it has really muddied the waters on what President Trump did. I think what President Trump did with classified documents versus what Biden and Pence did, I think if everybody understood the details of all three cases, they would see which one of these is not like the other. But I think because a lot of people don't see all of the details and the headlines or just what they are, I think it's going to be difficult politically for the Justice Department to make an exception on Trump and then not punish the other two. So especially if they plan on going and charging Donald Trump with a felony, I think that almost guarantees both Pence and Biden could be facing at least some legal consequence here.